change, progression, technology, improvements to learning, improving outcomes, AI, and higher education. I'm kind of going over today AI and higher education and give you more information on this topic. So something that resonates with me personally would be that I got to improve my life based off of AI and higher education. So I went to school back in the early 2000s where it was a traditional setting, textbooks, in-class setting, and then transitioned over to a newer style now where I'm online learning mostly. I have a young daughter who is a toddler, so I have to utilize online learning, and that introduced me to AI, which has been very beneficial to me in general. Um, there are some ways that this can improve learning outcomes in people's lives, including my own. Um, so it helped me kind of simplify access to resources, and it gave me hope. College is reasonable goal at 35. So something that we want to understand is AI in higher education and some ethical considerations, which are really important to kind of get a grasp of this concept. So understanding AI. So AI in everyday life, a kind of summary that kind of goes over this for me is from 2022 from Salzman. It stated that artificial intelligence is a booming field and is extensively present in our daily life. But at the same time, AI is often perceived as a mysterious and therefore even threatening thing. A better understanding of the principles of AI may unveil the mysteries of this technology and allow to reveal its potential aid in our lives. So essentially what this means is we're going from something like this, a textbook, where we can go over the reading in it and get a brief understanding. But when it comes to questions that we have, we want to be able to access things and gain, any kind of answers to questions that we may have. Where in a traditional setting, a teacher may be able to provide some sort of, outcast of this, but in an online setting, in an AI setting, it can introduce you to a wide variety of different potential. Um, so the next thing we'd want to go to is transforming education. How is this transforming our education? For me, it transformed by gaining access to things. But some other ways that it does this is from an educator perspective. So we have virtual classrooms, automated grading, assisted learning, all things that are potentially beneficial to not only the student but the instructor. Something that kind of hones in on this is a statement from 2023 by Matt Volley, who states that in the current era, after the pandemic, most preferably the AI and education have interwoven and is continuing to grab the attention of academics, tutors, instructors, the government, and the students, so that the research keeps AI and education intermingled for the benefit of society at large. So not only does this benefit somebody like me, a student, but also professors, government, everyone. AI can assist in that, not only in higher education. So if you're thinking about in that kind of context, you're thinking about it in the sense of you're getting a handout, you're doing something like this, you're reading it over, you're able to reread it, but essentially you cannot ask questions once you leave the classroom setting, whereas AI allows you to go ahead and look it up, kind of ask more questions about it, maybe that you're too shy. It kind of takes away that awkwardness. So, the fairness and transparency. So, fairness and transparency. There's bias in AI, there's privacy concerns when it comes to AI and higher education. But essentially, what that is just being able to analyze that, making sure we set up protocols for students, professors, anyone that has the potentially to abuse the system, to kind of set up safeguards to make sure that they're using it in a fair and adequate way. So it'd be the same thing as if I had these flashcards and I was taking them into a test and I hid them inside my pants. There's protocols in place now that prevent that from happening, or prevent it from happening as often. So the same thing is happening with AI and technology, where government, everyone is setting up protocols so that people can be fair about it. They're making sure that it is fair as regard to bias. A quote that kind of emphasized this would be from 2023 by Zhao He, who states the use of artificial intelligence in higher education possesses certain challenges, such as biased algorithms, AI's roles in decision making, and the possibility of human displacement. A discourse analysis of 7 ethical policies were carried out, including policies from UNESCO, China, the European Commission, Google, MIT, Stanford, HAI, and Carrington Mulligan. The study revealed that it is essential for all stakeholders to collaborate and address these challenges to ensure that AI is deployed responsibly in higher education. So it's just essentially, like I said, making sure that it is fair and putting those safeguards in place. In summary, there is education, ethical considerations, but in the end, technology can improve our learning. It can improve our outcomes in with higher education. So don't fear change, embrace it, create better outcomes for the future. Thank you.